became a landscaped area, and the effect is it narrowed. So it looked like, to me, it looked like an afterthought, not part of the master plan. Because if it were part of the master plan, then the government should not have spent millions of pesos to pave about 3 lanes that they eventually covered with landscape, with soil and landscape. So may we know whether this was indeed a master plan or an afterthought. On the simulation, Mr. Chairman, the simulation looks good, but there's no need to simulate because there's already an actual scene that you can follow, especially when Congress is open, especially at about maybe about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, when there's a lot of traffic coming here, not just members of Congress, but our constituencies who come to this huge complex, Mr. Chairman. That is the actual situation. And perhaps what I would suggest to the MMDA, maybe they can take a helicopter view of that place so they can track on a minute-by-minute basis how the bottleneck builds up. Because by tracking, by taking photos of how the bottleneck builds up, I think they can determine what is causing the bottleneck. Whether it is the narrowing, or as was mentioned earlier, because of the misuse by some vehicle operators of the U-turn slot. They don't know how to use this. But then again, that might be inherent also, an inherent part of the problem. If it's difficult to develop, to train the motorists to properly use it, then probably that might be part of the design defect. Because the design should make it very easy for motorists to make adjustments without having to give them special training on how to use the U-turn slot. Thank you very much.
To add on to the observation of Congressman Golez, in most cities, in some, if you buy a vehicle, kasama na yun ngayon ang entertainment package. There is television, there is a GPS positioning system wherein, because I've seen it and I've observed it in several of my visits abroad, that I just tell my driver which hotel I am going to punch in the computer of the entertainment port of the vehicle, and they're saying this is where you are now and this is how to get there, with indicator of traffic intersection, name of streets, and if you miss a certain street, the computer will tell you miss it or you are traveling in the wrong direction already. That's available now as a package. And there are countries that have availed this global positioning system in this particular package of a vehicle. Now, with this present system of MMDA, wherein you eliminated traffic lights in intersection and you impose the mandatory U-turn, you may have a problem on availing a GPS positioning system. Because unless it's a permanent setup, a foreigner who hires a car knows to drive, left-hand drive, and say that I am staying in Makati, Shangri-La, and I intend to go to a certain place, and then you go there and global positioning system. He said, I want to go to Tandansora. So I put Tandansora, the name of the street, and it's very easy. They say, okay, this is the route. But there will be a lot of U-turns. And it's very difficult on a GPS, unless we would like to isolate ourselves in this worldwide acceptability of having an available part of the society in the world that District of Manila is not covered by the GPS because of our mandatory U-turn. Hindi talaga pwedeng ilagay mo sa GPS yung U-turn. Isipin mo, kasi katulad niyan, pag ikaw ay pupuntang Quezon Avenue, di ba? Didiretso ka muna, tapos babalik ka ulit. Kung ikaw ay pupuntang Pure Gold, siguro mga almost kilometer ka bago ka maka-U-turn eh. Babalik ka ulit. Robert, we are not really questioning now the time and motion study of which is cheaper in terms of time diligence, in terms of fuel consumption, which is time saving, fuel saving, and efficiency saving. Is it U-turn or traffic light? You have come up with your calculated report 3 years ago to us about the U-turn. We're not debating with you because nobody gave us an answer on the other side. You gave us your position, wala namang nag-contest sa inyong position, kaya ang hirap namin i-resolve kung sino talaga ang tama. But we will take the position of the chairman na tama yung kanyang U-turn. This representation myself, find in some area that it is an acceptable option. Because one thing I noticed, moving. At saka wala na dito yung sikat na hasakopin mo yung linya mo kahit na wala ka sa lugar pag may traffic light. Kasi may mga tao talaga na hindi alam siguro kung anong traffic light. Wala naman siya sa lugar ng left hand, akopado niya. Pagdating ng go, nag-aantay pa rin siya ng green light, hindi left hand. Yung mga cases like that that will completely upset your day. No? So ang point ko lang is, are we determined to be not part of this global society of addressing the issue of global positioning in our traffic movement?
Well, Mr. Chair, if I may respond. The U-turns are no different from rotondas and turnpikes. But at the moment, it is occasion what is the specific concern because I understand the GPS based on Google. But probably because you're more experienced, then we will take a look into that problem, whether by making the U-turns then we have a problem with the utilization of GPS. We will take a serious look at it. That's our promise to you.
Ang isang issue lang dyan is, if it's a permanent